Really short video concerning getting drivers for anything from Windows 95, 98, Millennium, 2000, XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 2003, etc. You can get a 1.5 or 1.3 gigabyte file set. The x86 only, which is all I'm actually needing because of really old computers needing drivers more often than not, that means 32-bit drivers, for Windows 2000, XP, Windows 2003, etc. from driverpacks.net, which doesn't exist anymore. But as of Christmas 2021, it used Torrents. Okay. Now, at the same time, on webarchive.org, where that's actually findable, again, these are just torrents. They're just text files telling you how to download it using uTorrent or some other torrent utility. On archive.org, you can also have the ultimate Windows driver pack for Vista, XP, etc. And it's only as of like 2009, so it's much older, like 11 years older. But it does have older drivers for all the way back to, and if you dig it up even more, there will be drivers in there for Windows 3.1.1 and DOS 62 mixed in. So by doing this, basically a little less than 3 gigabytes of space, if you're doing repair work on computers and just need the drivers pretty quickly, this is a starting point for the source for the data. Now, problem. The 1.5 gigabyte ISO is designed to be a disk you burn or a file you mount, and you can get around that, but basically you want to burn it as a DVD and get a DVD compliant driver that is easily read by any operating system. Again, if you're doing this kind of repair work, you should already know how to do that, and if you don't, you're going to have to go look it up anyway. Next, the 1.3 gigabytes of driver packs from driverpacks.net were designed on purpose to be integrated into an installer. They weren't really designed to be downloadable drivers, but they are stripped down to just the parts needed to get the hardware working and at least give it a placeholder in the operating system. This becomes incredibly important because if you're doing a stock install of Windows 2000 or XP or one of the server editions, it already knows what to do with those drivers. They're sometimes called reference or basic drivers, and all they are is just what you need and nothing more. And it can be hundreds of them in a small space. The ultimate version, again 1.5 gig, is an ISO designed to be done easily by an ordinary user, supposedly. The one that requires integration into pre-install environments or whatever as of 2021 is more popular simply because it also includes stuff for Windows 7 and Windows Vista installs, which became popular. Now, if you're not aware of this, I'm going to say this up ahead. None of this is wares. These are drivers from hundreds or maybe thousands of companies that were released free and came with the hardware. A lot of the time they were stuck on a floppy disk or maybe stuffed on a CD. And as I recently experienced, a lot of them were bundled with a bunch of garbage that wasn't needed to make shit work. Technicians have a habit of stripping out the garbage, and users have a habit of backing up their drivers when that was available as an activity. And by backing up the drivers so the machine works, it never includes the garbage and extra fluff and foistware. So this allows you to get away with having a set of drivers as a starting point if you need to get your computer working. And again, this is for like older computers, like Windows 7 back. Like Windows Vista is the newest version listed here. But on the quote-unquote driverpacks.net website, it also included Vista and Windows 7. Now what that means is that Windows Vista drivers sometimes can be forced to work on Windows 7 and vice versa. Same thing with XP and some of the other versions. They can sometimes cross-contaminate, be useful. That's why these directories work. Warning. This is a short list of what you download first for getting things working. Most computers on startup and install for Windows just work, but they're missing drivers for things that are more fine-tuned, like the chipset, CPU, that sort of thing. Then you have local area network, LAN cable. Then you have wireless LAN, aka Wi-Fi. Then you have Bluetooth. Then you have old school modems, which you might need a driver for, believe it or not, to make the sound work. Or to just have a driver so you can tell it to turn it off. Some pieces of hardware, in order to get rid of a conflict, you have to have that driver. So I'm including that in the list here. And we have graphics drivers for video cards and sound cards as well. But also the chipset drivers and also mass storage drivers. And basically, if the computer can automatically search and find a driver for everything that's missing and get the thing working as fast as possible, that's why they're used. Now, the websites quote unquote, do or do not include more information on them. You're going to have to poke through them. That's why I've included the archive listings here. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And I hope this was helpful for someone out there trying to get some old hardware working. Recycle that stuff. Right to repair. Hand it out to your friends. Okay, fine. You're going to be using this to load up legacy machines to play Quake and Doom, and I know it. But hey, you might use it for a library or a recipe thing, right?